Hello, I'm Bex with Aqua Crafts, and I am going to do another December 2025 prompt. It is from December 1st through the 31st. It's hosted by Luise and 49 Dragonflies, and I will put all the information that you need to know in the description box below. Not all the information. I will put Luise and Barbara's videos below. They did a Q&A introductory videos. I have those posted below, and they are in my description box. So pop down and pop on over and see what it's all about. They can explain it a whole lot better than I can. Today I am doing December the 4th. It's a throwback Thursday to 21, but it's postcard and hand or machine sewing. I love to sew. I love to slow stitch. I love to use my sewing machine. I love to hand stitch. I just love to do it all. I am not a professional. I just love to do it. And postcards, they're so fun. So I did finally find my little teeny tiny postcard stamp. I'm so excited about it. And I am going to just already cut some down, postcard size, and I have everything on my desk that I need, so maybe I don't have to get up and go find something. So I have lots of things. Okay, let's just go ahead and use my little Stampin' Up! Platform. Again, wow, twice in 1 week. This is amazing, but I already have it set up. Make sure I know where I'm putting it. I think it goes right there. Yes, it goes right here. That's where it needs to be. And then I'm going to just put my little magnet down there. Where is my black? I told you I have everything. Oh, my lace, my stitching, my, lots of stuff. Okay, let's just, I need to pick it up so I can smash it down. Pick it up to smash it down, yeah. Let's do that. But the Facebook group, the December Inspiration Facebook group, absolutely amazing inspiration there. I have never seen so many people that just made me want to, oh, I need to stop and make one just like theirs. I need to stop and make one just like theirs. Some people don't have channels, YouTube channels, which is perfectly fine. And that's where they're sharing their makes at. And oh my goodness, I could just sit for hours and go through and look at all of the beautiful things people are making. I highly encourage you to join that Facebook group. You do need to answer some questions to be approved, and after you answer the questions, and then goes through the admins, and if they approve you, then you can see all the amazingness that people are creating. I mean, really amazing. Okay, let's set straight on there. Looks like it. Okay, let's just get this a good smash down. I have to stand up. And let's see, that turned out perfect. Love it. Okay, there's one, and we are compartmental making, so I'm going to do this step a few times. Funny story. I heard a knock at the door this morning, and no one knocks on our door. I have a huge sign on our glass storm door that says, "Please do not knock, you'll wake the babies." So there are no babies at our house. My baby's 28 years old. There are no babies here, but I have a kitty cat who has dementia. When they knock on the door, it just absolutely sets her off. As she's sleeping, she will start literally screaming. It sounds like, I don't know, a rooster that's running wild until she settles down, which can be a couple, 3 hours sometimes. So that's why I have that sign on my door. But I was shocked somebody's knocking on the door. So I used the camera intercom and asked them what they needed, and it was a man with a hard hat and the neon colored vest, you know, safety vest, whatever. And then I could see out in the yard too through the camera. There's a whole crew to cut down trees, and a stump grinder and a big mulching truck. And I was like, obviously the wrong house. But he said, I'm here to cut down the whatever feet tree. I said, Sir, you have the wrong house. Sorry. No, no. Is this your address? And he read it off and said, that is the address of this house. But sir, I have 0 trees in my yard. We literally do not have any trees in our yard. The only trees we have is because they are coming into our yard from the neighbors, just the limbs, because in 2018 on Father's Day, there was a windstorm that was 80 to 90 mile per hour winds, blew down our 80-year-old pecan tree onto the back, took the back side of our house off, and took our patio, a huge patio we had in the middle of the backyard that was off of the garage, and destroyed the carport and part of the roof. Oh, it was just a mess. But yes, there are no trees. We have 0 trees. It took every tree down. And, so, and he's arguing with me. No, ma'am, I have this address and I have this little paper, you know. I have this work order, and sir, you can go look in my backyard. There are no trees. I was laughing. I couldn't help it. And he said, and he's just still standing there arguing with me. I said, sir, you're probably looking for the street behind me, because we live on street. There's a place, street, court, and avenue, and they're all the same ending street. People get us mixed up all the time. I said, you're probably looking for the street over. And it was probably 30 minutes. He was on the phone. I could hear him talking on the phone explaining that he's here, and this lady says there's no tree, and oh, it was funny. It was very funny. Finally they left, and I could hear a tree being, I could hear, you know, all of the noise for the trees, the mulch machine and the chainsaws and stuff. So they're on the block behind me, but I just thought that was a funny story. I have 0 trees, sir. I promise. There's no tree to cut down in my yard. That was great. Great fun this morning. But anyway, here we go. I did that part, which of course I cut them down to my postcard size off camera. But what I want to do next is, where's my pretty, I think this is the one I want. Yes, Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. I'm going to go ahead and ink up all the way around, even though I might be doing stitching or sewing or something around. That way it's already done. And I will speed this process up so you don't have to watch every single one. But I just want to, I really like how the Distress Oxide looks. I don't know, it was a very new pad, but got it out and started using it, and I really like the color that shows up, and I like it. So let's get these inked up, and I'm just going to go like that over it just to distress them a little bit. And we'll do these, and we'll be back and go to the next step. Okay, those look nice and vintaged up. What's the next step? What are we going to do now? The prompts are postcard and hand or machine stitching. There we go. Okay, I think that it would be fun. I have some lines here. Let's go ahead and put some lines on these so that we could journal in the back of the postcard. Let's see if we have our postcard. Let's get a piece of paper to put down here. If we have our postcard like this, and we do something pretty on the front, turn it over like that. Okay, oops, that was a loud noise. Okay, let's use black. I think that will fit perfectly on there. Stand up again so I can see what I'm doing. Let's just use black soot. Just want to, I don't know if it's crooked, but I just do kind of want to get it a little bit straight. And I'm just going to set it on there. That's how I do a block stamp. Just kind of lightly set it there till I get it where I want. And now I'm going to do just press down. I like that. That's really cute. Okay, let's do the other ones really quick here. There we go. I have those all stamped on the back. I have my postcard on the front. I think that's great. Do you know what? I think I want to distress one of these a little more. Let's just do this. we go. Just doing one of them. I like, even when I doing this compartmental, I like them to look a little different. Okay, now I think we need to, let's do some black soot around that just to fringe it up a bit more. Just on where we distressed it. There we go. That was kind of messy, wasn't it? Okay, now a little bit different there. What I think I want to do though is go ahead and do some hand stitching. I think I would call it slow stitching, but since I'm doing it on paper, maybe hand stitching, I'm not sure. Let's get some black thread. I have some already threaded here. Let's just see. Usually, yeah, I think this will be all right. Let's just go with putting a teeny tiny little, well, not a teeny tiny little knot. Let's do like a couple of them. That. Let's see, I'll probably want to put a stamp at the top of this one. Let's go with, I want the knot to be on the outside. Let's just start doing this, just for the fun of it. And I'm going to go back through here, like that. And this has two, maybe three. Not sure how many, but I'm going to pull it apart and just go through it here. A couple of them anyway, maybe there's 4. Just, there we go. Just so there's some more thread there. Just something looking a little bit messier. I want to just go on this little line here. Let's see where we go with it. Don't have any plans. I just like stitching anything stitched. That's a word. Okay, let's go back through that hole again. And I have no plans. I'm just doing because I like to stitch. I sped this up because I'm just doing a simple zigzag stitch, hand stitching a simple zigzag down the middle of this postcard. That looks really funny on the back. I wasn't even thinking about what the back would look like. It doesn't matter to me. I just think it's very funny. I'm going to go over here and see if we can get us a little knot. There we go. I'm just going to put just a tiny touch of glue here, just in case I get a little rambunctious putting it in and out of a pocket or something, and it gets, the stitching gets caught or on something. Maybe that will help keep it there. Okay, that's great. Let's go back to the front and see if we can do us a little knot here of some sort, just to make it look all messy. Okay, there's a good knot right there. Going to take, whoops, no, don't come out, don't come out. There we go. I just want to take half of them out. Not all of them, just some of them. Okay, maybe. There we go. Okay, let's just pull this around here. I have to, so that I can go back under here. And now we'll just tie this together. Let me put this away before it gets lost. There we go. Now let's tie this up. And I'm just going to leave this long just in case I want to tie a button or something onto it. But we have some little gnarly looking stitches there. All distressed, and even has an extra hole, and that just looks great. Okay, this one's done. So these two, I think I want to sew. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? This is pretty. That's pretty. From another project, but I could always put some more on. Let's use this purple and gold. This is gorgeous. Let's just do this. Let's just start at the end here. At the corner, not the end. Just leave some. How about we just, do we want to go around and around, or do we just want to go, I think we just want to go up and down. There we go. Love that. I had to pause the camera. My hands went to sleep, so I had to wait a bit for them to wake back up, and I went ahead and stitched it. But isn't that so pretty? That gold and the purple. And I have two strands. I have two strands in the front and two underneath. I don't know if I want what I want to do with it. I'm going to leave it like that. So I have this one and I have this one, and I have some scraps over here. That is really pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Then I have a couple of scraps here. I did these with the distressed, not distressed. I just think, I'm not sure if it's just spray inks or what. One of the Tim Holtz spray inks or something. This one is black and black soot and melted chocolate. This one's just melted chocolate. That one. This one. Yeah, I think I kind of want this one. Make up my mind here. Let's see how we want to do this. Probably something like, well, no. Down the side. Probably here. Fold that and do it down here. Okay, let me go to the sewing machine and take care of this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have all of my little scraps and trims and everything sewn on, or done all the hand sewing I'm going to do. And this one, I need to put an address on it. I love to make up addresses and names and put them on my postcards. So let's see, how about Olive B. Green. 713 West Lettuce Avenue. Tomatoes, Colorado. And I always put an address. I know that there is no Tomatoes, Colorado, so 96743. There we go. That's what I like to do. Let me show you all of the rest of them that I have already written the addresses on. And here is the one that I stitched down. I put that on there, a little scrap I had, and stitched all the way around. This one with my little gold and purple, I just put the little leaves stitching here is this one. I went ahead and I had more than I thought, so I went ahead and put this piece on. And this one with the gold trim, I pole punched it, put gold trim, then I went to the sewing machine and just did some little straight lines, and then I like to do lightning. My firstborn's name means lightning, so I kind of use them a lot. Lightning and castles. My thirdborn son, his name means Turrets, so castles reminds me of him. And this one, I didn't even know that this was in my scraps. This is raffia. I think raffia. Anyway, I untwirled it and just sewed it on. That looks pretty cool. And there's some more scrappy lace. Sewed that one on. And here is part of the vintage sheet that I've been ripping up and using. So I have quite a few, and I left all the strings because I like to go back, and one step I did, but they'll all already have something, lines or something on the backs. But let's see, we can take this one. I like to leave the threads long so that if I want to put a button or something on, I do have some vintage buttons here. So let's see about just putting some on here. See what we think. We'll put one and then just go from there. See how we feel about it. I want one that's really small. A small needle, I mean. Like in diameter small. So if I pick a tiny button, a button with tiny buttonholes, there we go, then I won't have any troubles. Put all these back in here. There. Okay. Now let's just get one of these. Just thread this. I might have to pull it close to my face to see it. We'll see. We'll see. Anticipation. Anybody remember that ketchup commercial? Okay, let's see. What do we have on the back? It's right there. I think this would be cute. Do we want to put a little bitty button, or do we want to put a bigger button? That one's too close to that color. That one's cool. This one has spots all over it. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's see. That one's a little flatter. I kind of like these. Let's just do this one. That's cute. Just go a few times. It doesn't need to be super sewn on. Try to go through one of the stitches. Try to go through where one of the stitches were. Finish my sentence. You might understand what I'm saying. Oops, what did we do wrong? Nothing, just need to pull it through. Don't panic. Okay, let's get this one. We'll go through a little bit. I want to turn it so that I'm not going to, well, there's no guarantee I won't poke myself, but let's give it a go here. There we go. I'm not going to go through and decorate all of them. I just wanted to see what this one would look like with some buttons. go. Looks really cute. Just sewing these buttons on here, I didn't think it would be real thrilling to watch, so I just cut out a lot of this. There we go. That looks really cute. I like that. Just pop this back in here. Real quick like there. All right. And I think we need two. This is so cute. Love it. Then I'm still going to leave that long just in case I decide to sew something else on it or decide to do something with that thread. I'm just going to leave it there. But it doesn't look too bad on the back. But what I'll do is just put something on there. So when you turn this over and you can write that way, then we will put something here. So we'll go ahead and glue something there right now just to take care of that spot. Let's just find some little bits here. It's a pretty bird. Let's get this inked up real quick here. Just a bit. That is so cute. Just looks like a little bitty bit of stationery there. Not much is required on the back. I think though I might want to put something else, just a little bit of something. Cute little report card. That's cute. Let's ink this up. I don't want to cover up too much of the stitching because I really like it. See if we have a little mushroom or there's a mushroom right there. I think that will work perfectly there. Let's ink the edges. Just get that white, harsh white edge off there. There we go. Now this goes on the bottom. This is so fun. I'm really enjoying December. This is my first year to participate. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to head on into the new year and have a lot of things to add to journals. There, is that not the cutest? And it just covers that up so nicely. Love it, so sweet. Okay, let's go back to this side. Do we need something else on this one? We need a stamp. A stamp. We sure do. I have these vintage stamps. Just can't wait to use. Ah, okay, what is this one? Upside down, that's what it is. Australia. Well, that's brown. Let's see if we can get something that's just a little bit different. What's this? That's a big one. That's a little bit big for this. That's pretty. I like that. I know that's what do you call, still a neutral color, but I like to, when I'm building things like this to use future use, I like them to be neutral colors. That's taken care of here. It already has a cancellation symbol, cancellation stamp on it. Love it. And we have the little bitty Tim Holtz people. That's so cute. Oh, just love it. This is gonna be so fun just to go through and do all of these. They're a bit big. Let's get some little tiny peoples. Whoops. cute. Put them this way. Or just one. Just one right there. I think just one. That will work. Let's get the vintage photo out here. Vintage her up a bit like that. And I'm only going to decorate this one. But I just wanted to look and see what a finished one would look like. Whoops. So cute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have some frames over here. Oh, look here. It's kind of big. What about this one? That's cute. Very adorable. I think this might be the same frame. It's thinner. Narrower. That seems to be a difficult word to put my language skills to. There, that is adorable. Let's go ahead and ink this up. Let's see. Let's do it in the vintage photo first and see how we feel about it. That is really cute. Really, really cute. But I think I want to do it in black. I think that will help it to stand out more. Yes, I like that better, much better. Needs to be a little more grungy. I like the grunge. Okay. This needs some more definition around that edge there. A little more grungy, like it's been through the mail. There, loving it. How about this? It could use some more grunging. Okay, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. That can go right there. Where is my glue? Let's go around these edges and the top. I'll leave that open a little bit so I can just put her little feet down in there. I like that. There. Where'd she go? Oh, here she is. She already took off. There, that is adorable. Let's do some these numbers here. One a little bit more grungy looking. Whoops. Didn't mean to throw it. Let's put those up there so I don't knock those over. Maybe we will do a little butterfly. I think that'll be kind of cute. Let's get it some grinded up a bit here. I had to make sure my camera was filming. That would be hilarious. Had a little mishap with the foil. Putting foil on the pan before I put the chicken on the pan, and sliced my finger there and sliced my finger there and didn't even know it. Just put the foil in the pan, then I put my gloves on to coat the chicken with the breadcrumbs. And then I got the chicken in the oven and I took my gloves off and I had blood right here. And I got this all cleaned up, then I kept dripping blood everywhere and didn't realize the finger next to this one is actually the one I cut. And I cut this open. It was a mess. Oh, that's why I have the, yes, that's why I have the little Band-Aids. But it was so funny. I got blood everywhere in the kitchen and on the light switch in the bathroom, trying to go in there and get a Band-Aid to get it to stop bleeding. And you know how paper cuts do. That's how a foil cut is. It just bleeds and bleeds. But sorry to talk about those gory things, but I just thought that was so crazy. I was like, where is the blood coming from? Okay, I think that's cute, but we need something here. I'm not real thrilled about how that's looking. Yeah, let's get some little bits of stenciling in here. Much better. I like that. Let's do some up here. There, much better. Just a little bit of something in those voids. There, I like that better. Let's get the black and just go around it with black. Orange it up so it looks like it's been through the postal system. That's cute. I like that. Let's get a little bit more black and grunge. That's just what I like. Okay, perfect. That's the only one that we're going to dress up the whole way. The rest I'm going to leave them in their compartmental making stages. But let me get these things out of the way real quick like here so we can see what we've done with the rest of them. This is the one that we finished up. I'm still going to leave it long just in case there's something else I might want to do with that. Attach a tassel or a charm or something, and this one I'm going to leave. But I just think that turned out adorable. This one is dressed out. Let's see. This is the way it is, so that should be the top. There we go. Yes. When you have a card, you read it that way, then you flip it up. Okay, now we can write on the back, draw on the back, draw on the back. Totally redo the back, but I think that's cute. We just covered up that little spot there. I am really happy with that one. Let's see what else we have to put in my little compartmental making, what do you call those? Little, I have some more of these so I can put these in. So cute. And the backs are like that, so there's not much to see. There's Tilly and Rose, Heidi, Greta, Lily, Amelia, Devlin, and Olive. That was so fun. And just wanted to let you know this is for December 2025. It is hosted by Luise and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. It's not too late to start and pop on in, and be sure and go join the December Inspiration Facebook group. All the information, not all the information, I keep saying that, sorry about that. The information videos are below, the Q&A that Barbara and Luise did, and also their introductory videos for this year. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.